Hi there, it's Paige here from Paige Haynes Kinesiology. And I really wanted to drop into this space today and speak to a technique that you can do, a self-help technique, let's say, that you can do. So post, I guess, all of the change work that we do within kinesiology and NLP and all of these things, because often what happens is you'll come and have this transformational work, and what I find is that people, have these amazing shifts and whatever, and they go away, and then of course life happens, right? And things can trigger us again, right? We can get re-triggered into whatever it is, whether that's a pattern of procrastination or we come up against the thing that we've shifted, okay? And then we can go, oh my gosh, now what? Or feel like we're back to that square one. And it's not really true that you are. You just need to be able to then face whatever it is that's presenting in an ecological way, in a way that you can then create that change for yourself as well. So a lot of the change work that I'm doing with NLP is that we're shifting out limiting beliefs of anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, all of those things, okay? So once they're gone, they are gone, like we're removing those from your timeline, and we're, but it's not to say that we won't have those things come back up again. And it's not to say that we won't have circumstances that will be triggered in again, okay? And so this is just a method for you, one that I came across recently actually, and I was like, yes, that was the missing thing really, that you can have a tool to go away and go, okay, so when this happens, this is my strategy to deal with it, okay? So it's got a beautiful little acronym called DIFFER, all right? So the first thing that you need to do is to decide, okay? So you want to decide that you need to change a behavior or change a pattern, okay? So making that decision, that's the first step, okay? And understanding what it is, okay? So the second step is the I, which is for insight, okay? And well, coming back to that, know why you want to change. So let's use an example of procrastination, okay? So maybe it's about maybe you're studying, okay? And you're doing everything, I can relate to this, everything around the place, like going and cleaning and clearing out the dishwasher and all of this sort of thing. But that needs to change. So you're gonna make that decision to change. Now I want you to know why you want to change. Okay, so perhaps this study is going to lead you into a new job, okay? So, and that new job might might be doing your soul work instead of, doing whatever you're doing now, right? And so this procrastination is keeping you from moving forward in your life, okay, with this study, which then will lead to the thing, okay? So know why. So whether it's pain or pleasure, whether it's internal or external, okay? So it could be that you're wanting to move away from a job that you hate, or it could be that you want to move into a job that you love, okay? So see how there's pleasure and pain there. So really decide on that. The insight comes is, what do you believe will happen if you take this action? So at the heart of this, for every behavior, there's a positive intention underneath it, okay? And so we need to identify what that insight is. So why is it that you are avoiding this? Why is it that you're procrastinating? Is it fear? Is it that you feel you're not going to be good enough in this new thing? Are you scared of stepping away from something that you know and stepping into something that you don't know? Are you scared of failure? Fear of failure maybe is sitting there. That's a huge one. Or even fear of success, okay? So similar but different things. So get some insight into what you think is going to happen if you do this, okay? And it will usually be a negative thing, like it'll be I'm going to fail, or, I'm scared, or whatever it might be. So identify what that is. And if that happens, what's the emotion you're going to feel, okay? So let's give an example. So say it is this study situation, and if I make that step, then I'm scared I'm going to fail. Okay, so the emotion that I would be feeling in that instance is fear. Okay, so it's fear, just straight, simple fear. So then you're going to take the time and space to feel it. So that's our first F, so it's the feel. Okay, so there's I've done another little video about feeling emotions, because sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. Oh, just lost my book down because feeling emotions can sometimes be a little bit tricky for some of us, okay? So if it's fear, then you might create a space where you can actually sit and find where that fear is sitting in your body, or bring that fear to the surface somehow, actually really feel into it and allow yourself to experience that fear, okay? Because oftentimes what's happening is we're pushing it away, right? And that's what's happening with procrastination. We're not willing to sit and feel it, because once we feel something, it has an opportunity to actually move through us, okay? And that's what we want. We want to be able to shift through this stuff, okay? And it's not a matter of pushing it away, it's actually about feeling it. The next one is the find. So in this, we want to actually find a new pattern of behavior, okay? And a belief that you want to replace the old belief with, okay? So if it's fear of failure that it has been, what is it that you want to create instead? Is it excitement about a new future? Is it confidence in your abilities? What is it? And what is the pattern, the new pattern of behavior? So is it going to be that you just sit down and get it done? Okay, or you have an allocated time and that's your time and that's it. You're not going to be distracted. You're not going to go to the fridge. You're not going to stack the dishwasher, put on that 10th load of washing or whatever it might be. Okay, so what's the new pattern of behavior? And then you're going to start to cultivate a feeling of self-trust that you can handle the outcome. Okay, so you can handle the outcome of being confident in your abilities. You can handle the outcome of this reality of a new job, of these changes that you want to make to yourself. And the next one is emote. So the E in the differ is emote. So what emotion will you feel when you commit to create that new outcome? So what is it? Is it confidence? Is it empowered, or feeling empowered? Is it, what is that? Okay, identify it for whatever the focus is. So for me, it would probably be confidence, okay, in this case, in this scenario. So then I'm going to cultivate that feeling of confidence and bring that into my awareness every day. So maybe when I'm doing something and I feel confident, I bring my awareness to that confidence and go, that's what confidence feels like. And that's how I need to bring that. And so you want to bring that into your awareness several times a day, because that's what's combating this fear, okay, or fear of failure. And then we want to reinforce that. And that's your last one, the R. So you recognize when you are tempted to engage in the old pattern. So you feel yourself getting up and going to the fridge, mindfully pause, okay? Reconnect to that decision and the new way, okay? So the new way is, no, I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to finish this, okay? And then bring that feeling of confidence, because you're familiar with that confidence now because you've been practicing it. So you bring that feeling of confidence in. Okay, so this is just a pattern to help you, or just a technique, I guess, to help you make sure that you're getting the most out of the change work that you're doing, and having a strategy to actually keep moving forward on your own as well. So it saves you having to run back to, not that I don't want to see you or have you back for kinesiology sessions or for whatever, but it just gives you a tool to be able to work through some of this stuff on your own, because we do go through a lot, and a lot quickly, particularly with our NLP and kinesiology, right? We snap through these things, and often we think we're going to walk out of somewhere and everything's going to be magically fixed. And to a degree, we can clear out the old, but we're not able to stop you living your life, right? We've got free will, we've got this, so challenges are going to come up. And when we clear stuff, sometimes that's even more when the challenges start to come. It's like, is it really gone? Have you really made that transformation? Have you really made that shift? And it's normal and human for stuff to still trigger us, for stuff to still come up that we need to work through. So this is just a process that you can help yourself work through that and move through it. And look, if you're still getting stuck and it's still a thing and whatever, then of course go and seek some help. Come back for kinesi or NLP or whatever it might be. But in the interim, you can give yourself these tools and practice these tools to keep yourself in alignment, keep moving forward. I just feel like it's been a little bit of a missing key, and that with a lot of transformational work, we feel like that's it, never going to feel those emotions again, never going to have those challenges again, and that's just not realistic, okay? But we can have the tools to move through them ourselves, and I hope this is what is given it to you. Take a little notebook and write it all down, and keep a note of this. Maybe keep it in your journal, so when you come to sit down and actually work through some of this stuff, it's sitting there ready for you as a little bit of a template. So again, it was differ. So it was decide, get your insight around what it is that's keeping you stuck in that pattern of behavior that you want to change. Feel, so find the emotion that is bringing to the surface. Then find the new pattern of the behavior, find the new emotion, which is emote, and then reinforce that pattern, that behavior, okay? And with that reinforcement as well, I think I missed this out, but with that reinforcement, then maybe you have something like a positive reinforcement that you can do for that. So maybe when you do this, so for instance with the study example, say you get through a chapter of study or a unit of study, or you get through an exam, or whatever it is, then you might have a reward at the end of that too, because then that's a positive reinforcement. So maybe it's going for a massage, or maybe it's whatever, a brownie or a coffee and cake or something, or whatever it might be for you. So yeah, that's another good thing with the reinforcement side of it. Okay, so I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, you know where I am. You can find me here on Facebook, on whatever, even send me a message directly is fine. And yeah, I hope you enjoy playing with that. I'd love to hear any comments about how you go and how you find the process. Much love, Paige here from Paige Jones Kinesiology, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.